Hi girls, this is the last in a series of videos on how to use Google Earth, and I'll just quickly show you how to tidy things up at the end. One of the things you'll find as you work through and you add lots of information, and this is a different file than the ones we've been previously showing. This is sort of a lot more detailed. I've got all the commercial, the shopping areas shown now. This is all the purple kind of bluey area. Here is the suburbs. Got some more photos of different areas and information. Pictures of Orley Park, what it looks like. So now I've got a lot of information on there, and as you can see over on the left hand side now, the amount of information is becoming really huge, and one of the things that becomes difficult to do is actually switching things off that are in the way that you want when you want to work on some other aspect of your map. So one of the things you can do is actually create, inside your KMZ file, you can create folders and stick all of the, for example, all of the photo based information like these ones here into one folder, and by clicking that folder on and off I can switch all the photos off or all the photos on. It's a really kind of handy thing to do. It's not really until you start building one of these maps that's pretty complex that you work at, that you realise, that the ability to switch all of those shaded areas off or all of those place marks off would be really handy. So all you need to do is just go to your file, and then you just right click on it and click add, and you add a folder. And this folder, first folder I'm going to create is for all my photos. So all these ones here, they'll all be shifted into the one folder. So I just go photos, and it creates a little folder down here called photos, which I'm going to kind of drag right up to the top here. Okay, where is it? It's gone. You should be able to see the little folder icon. There it is there. So I'm going to actually drag it up here. Come on, go up. And then what I do is I just drag, that's actually a place mark, I'm going to drag all my photos into that folder. Hippie Lizard one, West End Markets one, and you can see now that if I just click over here somewhere, that you can see there's a little line here that shows that photo, that photo and this photo are all in this folder here called photos, but these ones here are still not in that folder. So this Orley Park one, I can just drag it up into there. Is there any other photos? There is the restaurants one, I'm going to just drag it up into there as well. So now all my photos are all in the one folder. So I can just click, with one click I can click all those photos off. Now the City Cat one is still not in it, so City Cat can just be moved up into there, and as I switch them all on and off, right? So if I don't want to get those photos out of the way when I'm working on some other part of the map, it just enables me to click those all together. Now if I shut that, click minus, it actually collapses that folder. You can see the folder is now shut up. If you look at that icon over there, you can see that shut folder. If I click that addition sign there, it opens up that folder. That folder's open, and these are all the files from that little line. We can trace that line to that folder there. Okay, so that's kind of how you can sort of shut all the photos on and off. And I could make another one. Just go back up to West End here, right click, add another folder, and I could put all land use shading. Okay, and all these shaded things could just be dragged down and dropped into that land use shading folder there. There's a lot of them. You shouldn't have that many, but they're all in that one folder there now, and I can switch them all on and off simultaneously. Actually going to be really helpful for your teachers as well, because they'll be able to more easily see and work out your map. Okay, so you could have another one in there that you could just call places or place marks. So, and then all those places. Just shut that one up so I can see what's left. West End Primary is a place as I've had my old house. I used to live in West End, obviously. And then there's another one there which I added. And then there's the boundary, which is kind of not any of those things. So you can see now that rather than having hundreds of files over here, or hundreds of kind of levels of information over here, I've kind of collapsed them so I can now look at you know, the land shading ones if I want to. I can now look at the place marks, I can now look at the photos, and I can switch things on and off independently of one another. So there's just with the boundary of the suburb on. And there's the best grocer, that should actually be in place marks. Yep, so there's all my place marks switched on, all my land use shading switched on, all my photos switched on, and everything switched on at the end. So that's how you can tidy up and sort of gain control over your file. But just make sure it's all sitting underneath your original KMZ file, as I've shown in this case.